So today we're going to be talking about Wilbur Soot. If you guys don't know who he is, there's a big controversy going around him right now as being an abuser. But at the moment, it's all speculation. There's nothing confirmed that he is actually an abuser besides one of his exes saying he was, and we're going to be getting into what we found about what she said and what he said. So if you guys actually don't really know where he actually started and landed on YouTube, he was a Minecraft YouTuber. And as you know, there has been a lot of Minecraft YouTubers lately that have been caught doing something bad. It ranges from abuse to CP to sexual harassment, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this.
When I hear about physical abuse, I think of hitting. I think of hitting and punching. So I thought that this wasn't violent enough to be abuse. I thought that it was just like a constant accident that he kept hurting me, but he's not hitting me. And it didn't start as something that he did to hurt me. He had this habit of biting, which is so weird to me now, but he said that he had had this habit since he was a kid, and even his mom said that that was true. And he said it was just affectionate, and that might have been, I think that might have been true maybe at the start, but I also feel that I have good reason to believe that every part of it was a lie.
So he was saying that he likes biting her, and to the point of her bleeding. It goes on in the video, you'll find out more. He was apparently, abusing her by biting her. That is, abusing a woman is not okay at all. You should never abuse a woman. It's just something that should not happen. Men usually have a lot more muscle than a woman, but these days it's actually true that some women have more muscle than men. But no one should abuse their partner. If they truly care about them and love them, they would not abuse them like that. Now, I get it. There's some kinky people out there and they like, biting and other stuff, and I'm not going to get into that. If you're biting to the point of her bleeding and she's telling you to stop, you need to stop, because that just goes in the line of abuse. You don't need to be abusing anyone at all. She even says later on in the video, he even does it with her around her friends, and she literally has to go to the bathroom and like puke, and she could cry. It should be an indicator to him that that's not okay, but yeah, I guess he's not picking up what she's putting down.
Even the most uncommon thing, but he did mention something early that I should have taken as a red flag, and he wanted to make sure that I was okay with him biting me, because he didn't want me to come back later and say that he abused me, which I thought was really weird considering he had never hurt me before. And so why would I call it abuse, and why was he thinking about that? And I thought he was being sweet, checking on me to make sure that I was still comfortable, but of course I was, because he hadn't hurt me, and why would I think he ever would?
Now, in the beginning, it's all good. He was like, he asked her, are you good with me still biting you, the kink stuff? And she was probably like, yeah, it's okay. Just don't do it so much where it hurts and, makes me break my freaking skin open like a damn vampire going in on me. Like I'm a freaking piece of steak.
I specifically remember the actual first time that he bit me too hard by accident, because I didn't think that it would be significant. I thought that it would only happen once, and he started biting me more and more over a period of time, sort of throughout the whole relationship, and accidents of him biting too hard and really hurting me happened more and more frequently.
So as she said that it's been more frequent where he's biting her too hard where it hurts her, and she's telling him to stop, but he's not listening. He's not picking up what she's putting down, and that's a serious problem. And yes, if it happens once, hey, shit happens, but multiple times, that shouldn't be happening. After that first time, it should click in his head saying, oh, I'm hurting her, I need to stop.
Genuinely sorry, and he decided that he didn't want to keep accidentally hurting me, so we were going to use a safe word. So he could learn where my limit was, where my pain tolerance ended. And saying that out loud now doesn't sound like, that's not very sound logic. But at the time I thought he cared about not hurting me. But in reality, it's like, why are you biting so hard? And why do you have to bite so hard? And it shouldn't be that hard of a problem to stop. that shouldn't be that.
So said she was trying to explain to him what her pain tolerance was, what her limits are, and apparently he wasn't listening, and he was going over the limits and kept on, you know, abusing her. I don't know what's going through this guy's head, if it's not clicking in his head that he's actually abusing her, or if he just simply does not give a crap. Yeah, he needs help, like mental help. This ain't no vampire movie, guys. Come on, like he's not no Dracula type shit where he goes around biting women on the neck and then making servants out of his friends. It's like, no, come on.
So comfortable sharing it with his friends to the point that he would do it in front of them. He thought it was this really funny story to tell and a good bit to take my arm and bite me in front of everybody until I literally shout in pain because I'm so embarrassed and I don't want to cause a scene in front of all of our friends. And I'm sure everyone was a little bit uncomfortable, but as long as I was saying that it was fine, nobody really felt like they needed to be concerned, and that's not anybody's fault because I was lying. I was lying, and it wasn't fine because I would go home later and I'd tell him how uncomfortable I was, how much I didn't like being hurt all the time. And I needed him to really stop biting so hard. I didn't like it, and I tried telling him over and over again because he asked him to stop again. This time he said, "This is who he is. He isn't going."
So apparently he was doing it in front of his friends where he would bite her and she would have to go to the bathroom and like get sick, and she would have to come back and be like, "Hey, I'm okay. We're going to get back into this." But in reality, she was lying. She's not okay. She even says it. But if you guys did enjoy, my name is Matt, as in Maddox. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace out.